Hi, I'm Kimberly Stibbs-Minster, your Citrus County Veteran Service Officer. Today we're talking with Jimmie T. Smith, State Representative. Hi, Jimmie, welcome back.
Hi, Kim, good to see you again.
Great to see you too. So last time we were speaking with you, we were talking about Veterans Florida, your new employment initiative. What other bills did you pass while you were up in the House?
Well, some of the different things we want to take on is not just the employment aspect, but we also want to take on veterans with PTSD and things like that. So we passed HB 71, which allows veterans with PTSD or invisible disabilities to be able to take their service animals into the public sector. So right now, somebody who has a service animal that goes into the public sector quite often will be questioned. And the reason the question is because so many people are falsely using animals and claiming they're service animals. So to help that, what we did was we correlated a service animal to an animal that is for a disability and can do a specific task, made sure there was a behavior that went along with that. So what we're seeing more and more is these veterans, and we're talking about Vietnam era veterans and current veterans, who now are going from being shut-ins to being active out in the public. I mean, the animals are taught to do things like be in between and provide a buffer in public areas so they don't feel trapped or anything like that. And that's been a great benefit to veterans. I feel very proud to have done that. Not only that, we worked on HB 529. We tried to get tax incentives for defense industries in Florida. 10% of Florida's economy is actually defense-based.
Wow.
And that means that's a lot of jobs for veterans. So sadly, it never went through, but that was one of the major pushes that I had jobs-wise. And it really was a continuing effort to turn our veterans committees into a job committee. Because truthfully, like I've said before, as veterans want jobs more than anything. And then, of course, this year, my big take-home this year as the chair was HB 7105. And this is a committee bill that we worked on for 2 years, traveled thousands of miles, spent hundreds of hours away from home, talked to the State Chamber of Commerce, manufacturers, power generation companies, an incredible amount of people to find out how can we get the veterans, because the demand has been there. We have the entity of Veterans Florida that's created to make the connections, but there's still something that was missing, and what that is the veterans are coming out with the skills. They then have to go to college under the GI Bill to get trained in the skills they've already been trained in so they can be licensed and certified.
Right.
Well, so what this does is this starts the basis of allowing people who are like medics in the military to be able to be paramedics in the civilian community. People who are in the engineer brigades then can come out and potentially be carpenters and electricians and plumbers and things like that. And we only did it for a small portion at this point, but what we are doing is we're going to allow, or we're going to mandate a study that says from here on out annually, you will study the military jobs and see about alignment. So from here on out, the state of Florida will find more and more and more jobs that will allow veterans to come straight out of the military, and especially if it's the 120,000 veterans currently stationed in Florida, come straight out of the military and get into jobs in our workforce.
And that is really important because I think a lot of civilian organizations don't understand how military training can translate to the outside community.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest problems is actually a language barrier. So in the military, we talk nomenclatures,
acronyms.
Acronyms, definitely. We have different way of describing something also that's unofficial. So our jargon, our military language does not translate. And then the training instructions are kind of confusing for the civilian markets. But Congress has talked to the military, said you will start training more towards the civilian aspect of things. The military has taken charge of that and says, okay, we want our military to make sure that when they're doing their POIs, periods of instructions, that these will be more in civilian language. And you're starting to see more and more of that. So we are going to be able to correlate more of the jobs, align more of the jobs to license and certifications and certificates.
That's fantastic. What is your vision for veterans in the state of Florida, and more specifically in Citrus County in the future?
Yeah. Well, my vision for veterans in the state of Florida is twofold. One is to make sure that we continue to stay on the aspect of jobs, okay, because first and foremost, that's what a veteran needs more than anything else. But two, provide real answers. So if they're going to need help with mental health counseling, well, you have the veterans courts that are within the state of Florida, but it's not in every single county. They may be able to then also, when they come out, if they are going through the VA for PTSD, we should also look forward to maybe getting some money to put them into the, or not put them, connect them with counselors through the centers and other things like that. So I think one of the big goals for me is to help push the state of Florida. In the county specifically, county service officers like yourself have a unique ability to connect veterans with the benefits. And here's the thing, most benefits come in are already allocated. This is not new money. You're not creating a pot of money. It's
Correct.
already allocated to the veterans. The veterans just quite often don't know about it, and
Right.
especially the young veterans. So my vision is to support the veteran service officers to better reach into the community to be able to tell the veterans, these are the benefits you're certified for. You talk to young ones, they don't want to go to the VA because, oh, I'm healthy and I don't have time. And what I tell them all the time is A, when you aren't healthy, it's too late. B, these are your benefits that you earned. Now,
Absolutely.
lastly, the county has to understand the huge financial benefit of somebody who comes out of the military and is able to bring either the education benefits or the healthcare benefits into the community. Home buyers who are veterans are more likely to be able to get that home loan to speed up the process. They're also more capable of paying those bills. It's just a proven fact that veterans tend to pay their home mortgages and less foreclosures when there's veterans. So it's a benefit to have veterans in our community.
Well, we kind of have a shared vision then as far as that goes.
Yeah.
I want to thank you again for spending some time with us, and I'd love to have you back.
Thank you, Kim. Anytime you want, I'll be here.
Perfect. And if you have any questions about filing benefits, please call the Citrus County Veterans Service Office at 527-5915. Thank you.